What's going on, guys? I'm with Moose, and today I'm back on MLB 17, the show Diamond Dynasty, and we have some new stuff in the game, big-time stuff going down, future stars and prospects in the game. Obviously, you guys can see the ticket counter. There's new programs, one being Yoan Moncada, the other a Bryce Harper, and obviously we're going to take a look at all of it here. So let's hop right in and see what we got. Alright guys, so here we go in missions. The first one up, Harper program, you guys can see. This one I already looked at. It actually looks pretty easy to do. First mission is actually collect 5 former #1 prospects. Let's see how many there are in here. It looks like I already have 5. You got a ton. Cliff Floyd, Profar, Byron Buxton. There's about 12 of them, it looks like, that you can get, and most of them are pretty cheap. You know, I wouldn't want to do like Harper, Seager, Chris Bryant, but any of these guys are pretty easy to get. I'm sure their prices will go up a little bit, so be aware of that, but that's not too bad. The next one, collect 20 live series prospects. This should be pretty easy, especially when new players come into the game. They're usually, you know, fairly easy to pull, although just be aware that it, you know, is there for you. Exchange minor league stadiums, got to exchange 100 of these, and thankfully I still have a lot, so I should be able to get this one done. It's just going to take a lot of clicking for that one. And the next ones are basically for former prospects. So Joe Mauer was a former top prospect. This is tally 2 hits with his live series player in the same game. Next one up is kind of the you know, similar, but tally 2 runs with Jurickson and Profar's live series. Thankfully I still have both of those guys. Next one up is actually going to be tally at least 6 innings pitched and get the win with Tyler Glasnow, his live series card. And then the final one is tally at least 9 strikeouts with Jeff Hoffman's live series. So in general, these are really easy. You could probably get this done in like 2 or 3 Diamond Dynasty games, played versus CPU or something like that. Really should not be too tough to get. And accordingly, the Bryce Harper is not really that amazing. He's only an 84 overall, I believe. I'll show you his card in a little bit if I can find it, or if we can go to the programs. But next up is the Moncada program. And actually you need to start by doing the Bryce Harper. So that's interesting. I did not realize that. You can see the Moncada missions if we go to the program, so I'll do that in a sec, but it says collect the hardware flashback Bryce Harper player item after completing the prospects program. More missions will appear in the Yoan Moncada Future Stars program once completed. So that's definitely something to be aware of. You have to get the Harper program done before you can even start on the Moncada program. Definitely something to keep in mind. Don't start grinding away for these missions, even though, like I said, you can see them, and I'll show you guys them in just a sec here as we load this up. So let's go into programs, scroll all the way over. Obviously the prospects program with Harper right here. You get some rewards and stuff throughout the way, and then of course an 84 overall Bryce Harper to end it. And that unlocks these ones, which are already here, but basically there are, you know, rewards. The interesting ones are at 25% you get a hitter, another 50% you get a hitter, and then at 75% you get a Future Stars pitcher, and then of course the 96 overall Moncada at the end. The missions right here that we can see already, but like I said, you cannot do until you get the Harper done, is collect 10 Future Stars series player items, which we'll show you guys in a bit. Tally hitting stats with Future Stars series players. We don't know what those are, but it'll probably be very similar to like the Ryan Sandberg and, you know, basically all the ones that have come out recently. Same deal with this, except for starting pitchers with the stats. This next one's kind of interesting. Complete 2 mystery missions by unlocking the 50% and the 75% rewards. And if you guys forgot what those are these cards right here. There's going to be a 50% hitter and a 75% pitcher. You're going to have to tally some kind of stat mission with those individual cards, but we don't know what they are quite yet. And then finally, you have to defeat the Chicago White Sox on Hall of Fame or higher, which will definitely be pretty tough just because the difficulty is difficult. Difficulty is difficult, wow. But yeah, the White Sox are pretty bad, so it shouldn't be that tough, but just be aware that it's not going to be a cakewalk, I guess. Now, how do you get these players? First up, ticket counter. That's the easiest way. Rafael Devers is the best one in there right now. 90 overall for the Red Sox. I got to get him. Huge Sox fan, and definitely have to get Devers. Let's see how his card looks real quick. I'm not going to look at like every card, but I will look at Devers. Let's see. You know, 84 contact, 76 contact left, 85 power right, 72 power left, 65 vision. You know, kind of mediocre fielding, decent speed, but nothing too crazy. Really solid card though. Actually can play first base, which is kind of funny because I'm not sure if he's ever really played first in his career. But that is it for the ticket store right now. Unfortunately, I thought there were more in the ticket store at the moment, but I guess it's just Devers, at least for me. So that's kind of interesting, but you guys can see right there, Carson Kelly, Manuel Margot, Jeff Hoffman, Sean Newcomb, and Josh Hader will also be in the ticket store at some point, so you guys can pick those guys up as we move along. So let's take a look now. There are new packs in the game. we're going to get a few of these. I'm not even sure what they are, so we'll take a look. First one is a Future Stars pack for 10,000 stubs. Definitely a lot. Contains 4 player items, including 1 guaranteed Future Stars series player needed in the new Yoan Moncada set or program. Chance to find pack exclusive Future Star players Ahmed Rosario and Tyler Glasnow. And then prospects is just 10 live series players who are prospects or former #1 needed in the new Harper program. That's pretty nice. So, like I said earlier, those cards are probably going to go up in price. Now they're probably not, which is pretty nice. Obviously, there are a ton of prospects and #1 prospects, and I guess in theory you could pull a guy like Bryce Harper, the 96 overall. But I would stay away from this pack unless you really just need a bunch of prospects. But if you're like me, I was super close to being able to get all that stuff done. I would just wait and not really bother with that pack. But let's get 2 of these Future Stars and see what they can give us. Actually, let's do 3. Why not? I don't know why. I want to see what we can get. Maybe we can get that Ahmed Rosario or the Tyler Glasnow, and you know, probably sell them for a ton, which would be pretty sick. So let's get into it. Also, another card that came out is Andrew Benintendi. I believe it's a 95 overall, and I think you get him for a 12-win, you know, Battle Royale reward. So that's that. But let's get into it. 4 player items, including 1 guaranteed Future Stars player. Let's see who it's going to be. Please be the Ahmed Rosario or the Glasnow. Looks like a gold, probably an 89 overall. John Lackey, and then an Alex Bregman, 89 overall. Card looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Very balanced card, actually. Solid speed, contact, and all that. Solid stuff right there. That'll help on the Yoan Moncada program, unless I sell him. Next one up, Drew Strickender, whatever his name is, Joe Jimenez, Rafael Ortega, and then a Bradley Zimmer, who's been killing it, actually. 86 overall. Seems a little low, but I guess kind of makes sense because I think he just came up like 2 weeks ago or something like that. But this dude's killing it. Having a great year so far. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm confusing him with somebody else. But final Future Stars pack. Can we clutch out anything crazy? Not looking like it. Got a Rafael Noah, Zach Curtis, and final one is going to be a Franklin Barreto, who honestly I've never heard of this guy before. 85 overall on the A's. No idea who that is, but I'll take it, I guess. And I mean, I can't really do anything else, so I gotta take it. So let's see real quick. Are there any other players on the market that you can pull in packs differently that we missed out on? Let's see if there is a set for this. Yes, there is. Future Stars. Let's see who is sellable. So Andrew Benintendi, clearly the best one out right now. 95 overall, going for 200,000 if you get him. Julio Arias. I don't know how I messed that up. Julio Arias going for around 121. And then we have Ahmed Rosario, who's that pack pull, of course, going for around 35. Lucas Giolito, a 90 overall. Tyler Glasnow going for around 23. And then Bregman is honestly probably one of the best ones besides those top ones. Obviously, Dansby Swanson is there as well. That's pretty cool. Joey Gallo getting one with the crazy power but no contact. That's kind of what he does, and it makes sense. Francis Martes, Ozzy Albies, and so on. So you guys can see there's a bunch of them, actually. Although the only problem with this is they're still kind of expensive to the point where you don't really want to buy these just to get that Yoan Moncada program done. So it'll be interesting to see how this program develops and how many stats you need for those individual players. But cool program idea, definitely a solid idea for them. And of course, I did want to mention before we get out of here, I actually didn't remember until right now, but everyone gets a free pack every single day. So hop into your missions and get them. If I can figure out how to load this right here, if these servers will cooperate, we can get a free pack and open it up and get out of here. So let's see if we can get it before this video ends. So here we go, going to missions, then time limited, and you guys will see a free pack right there for you. Redeem that one every single day for the next 6 or 7 days, something like that. You will get a free pack. I mentioned it in a video or 2 ago, but definitely want to kind of remind you guys, especially if you missed that video. But let's get it. See what we get out of a random standard pack. Can we get something good? Can we get a diamond? Maybe the Bryce Harper, 96 overall Bryce Harper wouldn't be too bad. Looks like that's not going to happen in this pack. Chris Bassett is our best pull, and we get 2 of them, and that'll end us out. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below, and I'll see you guys later.